I'm going to have this conversation with you guys today to let you know that this week we have embarked on a new level, completely new level. So, you know how you know that God has called you to do some things, but you're trying to do it in your comfort zone, or you're trying to do it within your own security? And so you're kind of hindering what God wants to do because you're not willing to let go fully for him to really operate the way he desires to operate. So I say all this to you because April, I cried at this altar because God told me to prepare myself for a transition. I was afraid because you have to understand that the things I'm telling you guys to do, you got your, your full-time jobs, you got other things, and this is in addition to that, right? So I was afraid to do fully what God, I knew what it would have cost me. So I was really afraid to do what God had me to do. So last month, I was hoping that I was gonna be promoted to a regional director. It would have gave me a little more comfort in doing what God called me to do. Right now, I'm about 87 points away from becoming a regional director, and I need your help. As all you guys get ID seals or Vivint customers or whatever, 4 points here, except for Shirley's side, because Shirley, your team don't help me at all, because you already did what you had to do. But the rest of our teams haven't done that yet. But my point is that I'm 87 points away. Becoming a regional director changes my income a little bit, because again, I gotta take care of my family. But the Lord spoke to me on Sunday, and he said, this is it. This is time. And I had to make a decision. I want to share with you that what I presented in front of each and every one of you about ACN is truth. But if we don't run after it, if we don't fight for it like it's that or nothing, we're not going to reap on the level that God intends us to reap from this opportunity. So I just want to let you guys know I had a meeting with my family on Sunday evening. Cliff and I have been praying about it. I said, hon, this is what the Lord is saying. And I had a meeting with my family on Sunday to let them know that I was about to resign from my job. Destiny is my superstar daughter. She said, what? What am I gonna wear? What am I gonna eat? That was Destiny's response. And then when things calmed down, because we all laughed, I thought it was really funny. When things calmed down, Jeremiah said this word to me. He said, this reminds me of Abraham when God told him to sacrifice Isaac.
Wow.
When that very thing that you desire, when you got to a place in your career where you're happy with your job, and you got something where you can take care of your family, and you feel like you're experiencing your promise, right? And God says, I need you to sacrifice that. And the question is, what are you gonna do? Well, my son understood, Mom, you gotta obey God. And when he did that, the Lord dropped a word in Destiny's spirit. And she said to me, Mom, you're about to be a millionaire. I say this to you, I bought this for you. I don't need to see it, but I bought it for you. As of the end of September, I made $133,000 this year. I just resigned. I made $133,000 this year, as of September. I want you to let you know, I'm not here because I'm looking for a paycheck. I'm here because I'm on assignment. I'm here because the lives of the people that sit before me and the communities I am to touch, I gotta get out of God's way so I have the time freedom to be able to pour back into you guys. I started making calls today. I'm about to do a whole real estate event next week and pull in a whole bunch of realtors. I'm pulling in realtors and I'm fighting for people who are willing to fight with me. I'm not fighting for anyone who's still sitting on the sideline saying, I'm not sure, man, maybe. I'm speaking for the folks that are willing to fight for me, because I gotta fight for my family, as you can see. This was not a little sacrifice. This was not replaced. I had to give this up and allow God to step in and do what he wants to do with me and my time. And he said, daughter, I need you to invest back into your people. The level of places I'm about to go, I can help each one of your teams grow really fast. By the grace of God, he's given me that type of influence. I know how to drive people to your team, but I need your help. If we're not getting points, if we're not getting customers, if we're not building our different lines, that means that I'm not able to build up to be able to take care of and do the next thing. I gotta chase points because our team is not. Does that make sense? One thing Shirley would tell you, the reason I got almost 60 people on our team, I can get people on your teams. I don't have the time to get the people on the teams and then chase all the points too. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work. But if I can focus on, because this is 50% of my time. The other 50% of my time, I have a book to write. I have seminars to put on. I'm gonna have a social media presence now. I have things I'm about to do. But the way, by the grace of God, that God has given me a strategy, all of it's gonna be linked. So it's not gonna be you doing one thing, you're doing one thing. All of it is gonna support each other. And it's gonna complement. So the people that I'm attracting are gonna be attracted to ACN as well. And it's gonna continue to build. It's gonna be an explosion. I made calls today, people I never touched before, because I was comfortable. I had money to fall back on. I made calls today, starting 7:30 this morning. The first thing that the people said that I called, and these are big wig people, if I don't join you, how can I help you? Send me a list of how I can help you. So I put together a short thank you video explaining the vision behind what I'm doing and saying, here's my website, giving short videos for like Vivint, giving some information on identity theft and said, this is how you can help me. If you don't want to join me, be my customer. I already have banks that's about to start sponsoring my events. Santander wants me to be a keynote speaker for something coming up. That happened today. God said, get out of my way and allow me to work in your life. So I can teach you about inviting. I sent you a video, so we're about to send you videos and put it online. I can show you all these wonderful things, but if you have not made up this mind, if you're not gonna exemplify the courage to change your life, we're gonna go here, and many of y'all are gonna still be here. God, if you see, the ones that know me personally, please know I hear from God before I move. God called us here. Everything I said to you is gonna come to pass, but it will come to pass for those that fight for it. You know, David had some real bad days, but the Bible says over and over and over and over and over, he encouraged himself in the Lord. There's some things worth fighting for. Although the kingdom was his, he was anointed. You saw how many years in the wilderness it took before he was ever crowned and sat on a throne. There's some things worth fighting for. So I'm ready and able to spend the time coaching, mentoring. But one of the things you're gonna see me doing a lot, so I'm sending you the videos, because some of the things that we need to coach and mentor is already on a video. It's just a matter of watching the video, seeing what's happening, and then executing what you see. If there's anything we need to switch a little differently, we'll tell you. For our team, we do this, but everything else is good on that video. So you'll plan for that. The key is this: we gotta get in front of as many people every week as possible. One of the things that O'Malice has done really well, O'Malice has had meetings almost every single week since she got serious about this business, right? She doesn't always get the people she wants. The people say they're coming, they don't show up. But one of the things she's done, she follows up with each and every one of them and say, okay, if you're not interested, can you be my customer? And now she's killing the points on customers. So understand, if I see that you're doing that and you haven't built your team, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna help you build your team. Because you got your customers. So you're doing one thing, if I'm strong on getting the people, let me go get the people. But if you're not doing both, then how can I help you? Get me? But we work together. We can do some things in Rhode Island that will shake up this whole company. Right now, I didn't even know this, they told me on Saturday. I become regional director this month. I'll be the first female regional director in the state of Rhode Island ever. Number one. Number two, it's still the fastest regional director promotion they ever had in the state of Rhode Island. Janelle Seal took 4 years to get to the position that God has put me in 7 months, or less than 7 months. And that could be each member of this team. But you gotta be willing to set your goal, put your mind in order, put 2-3 hours a week, and every note for you is just like, God, next, 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 and keep going. So I came to have this heart to heart with you guys. I'm here, this was not easy. Tears, and it was not easy. Nah, my whole office is closing down. Because the office I had was just set up for me. I did well enough that they didn't need to hire anybody else. They're closing the whole office because I left. This is a big deal. But what I know is, God has spoken.
Amen.
He has spoken. So now, I'm saying this back to you, because the dreams we talked about, the $100,000 a year, the $200,000 a year, the $400,000 a year, the $1 million a year is possible. But who's going to fight with me for it? Seriously speaking, who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight for their ministry?
I'm fighting.
Who's gonna fight for their vision? Who's gonna fight for their family? This is not something we're playing with here. You know, I'm not crazy. I'm business savvy. I wouldn't quit my job unless I know God has spoken. And my husband gave me a release. My husband gave me a release when it comes to money like that easy. I'll tell you that right now. He gave the release. All right? So I'm here today. We're gonna share the videos. But one of the things we gotta get back to, private business receptions, PBRs, every single week. We tried to have them here, 6:30 after our training, but I think people got really comfortable. Because they said, if it's a group session, I'll bring one. You bring one. No, you should be thinking, I'm bringing 10, 12, 15, 20, 30 a week. That's what you should be thinking. That means that you had to make a lot of calls. Remember how that list says make 100 names? I never did that. But on Monday morning, you think I didn't make the 100 list? Yes, I did. I made a list of 100, and I'm about to start going through each one, calling them this whole week. I'm gonna finish my list of 100 calling, and then I have a list of 16 for just customer points, because they said no already. So the ones that said no, those 16, I'm going after just customer points. And then there's other people I called for the things that God has called me to do with ministry, and they say, how can I help you too? Send me the information. I wasn't even expecting that. But the only way that's gonna happen unless you're engaging that conversation. If you're not doing the work or you're talking to two people, you're not gonna get there. So I wanted to have this heart to heart with you guys today. Letting you know I'm a very, very devoted but very fair person. If you're willing to fight, I'm fighting with you. If you're not sure, this is your time. Because I can't invest. This is a lot. I can't invest unless you're ready to reinvest in you. Make sense?